Welcome, ladies and gents. The Flash. Apparently 155 million plus worldwide opening is what it's projected. There will be some slight spoilers in this video because there's some leaks that have now ended up online because, of course, it's had its premiere. You know, people have seen the film and people are leaking stuff. So there will be some spoilers. Some of them are about cameos that people have gone, you shouldn't have added that. That person's dead. And that's not nice. And then some cameos from people that are alive that people have gone, that's a shit cameo. I mean, this is, for all intents and purposes, Cameo the movie, it seems. Which makes sense, you know, that is kind of what these multiverse films are. It's like a multiverse of cameos. Different people, different timelines, different universes. It makes sense. But some of them have been frowned upon massively. So let's take a look at this. Hit subscribe, ladies and gents. Interestingly, The Flash had its premiere last night. And turning up at pretty much the last minute was Ezra Miller. Because obviously he's not allowed to answer any questions. I say not allowed. He's genuinely not allowed to answer any questions on the red carpet. It's very much a case of he just needs to get in and get out. And he's just making quick appearances because of all of his issues. Which they even note here in Deadline. After a year plus of tabloid headlines about star Ezra Miller, Warner Brothers DC COVID delayed 200 million plus. Some people are reporting this is 300 million upwards, actually. Justice League standalone superhero movie, The Flash, finally arrives in theatres. So it arrived in theatres today. I think there were some previews yesterday. It arrives in theatres on Friday in the UK. So I'll be watching that on Friday. But it's not looking great. Overseas, it's looking better than domestically. But it's looking at essentially just $155 to $165 million opening, which isn't great. But here's some of the spoilers, so we'll just get them out of the way for anyone that cares. And this is the one. So this is a cameo which is said to be cut from the movie. And essentially, it's not Henry Cavill. No, he is still not in the film. It's actually Gal Gadot. She is in the film, Wonder Woman. Although Man of Steel apparently appears just like brief flashes on a TV screen. Gadot does actually appear briefly for the opening action scene. So Diana shows up to lend a hand to Barry and Ben Affleck's Batman using a lasso of truth to pull them up from the side of a bridge. And then, of course, there's the gag where people just reveal everything that's gone on about themselves. Ben Affleck, Bruce Wayne, says he should be using his health to combat poverty. I thought he was. I thought that's an element of what Batman did. You know, to sort of, well, what Bruce Wayne did to boost up Gotham. And Barry basically says he's a virgin. It's a shit gag. And it's a shit use of Gal Gadot. There's no two ways about it. It's a shit gag and it's a shit use of Gal Gadot. But here's the one which has really annoyed people and has actually made people very upset. So, of course, there's a lot of Scarlet Speedsters variants. Different Batmen. Loads of different variants. Barry enters the Speed Force. And there's more cameos in the Speed Force. And it's getting a lot of backlash. Now, there was images of it. That's been obviously cut from Warner Brothers. Now they're hot on the tails of anyone revealing this. As the various realities begin to collapse in on themselves, one portal opens up to reveal the late Christopher Reeve's take on Superman alongside Helen Slater as Supergirl. Yeah. Apparently people really don't like it. Unreal that everyone involved in this movie looked at this and went, okay. Absolutely grotesque. Now, obviously, Warner Brothers have been on this and have deleted, you know, they've done copyright claims on this. But people aren't happy about it. Some people are fine. It's just a movie and it's a way to pay tribute and honour to the actors. Get over it. But obviously, he got slammed because he replied again. Delete. A lot of people asking you to delete. It's triggering for so many people. There are people that faint and feel sick. Please, I'm begging you to delete. Delete the post right now. Dude, stop being a thin-skinned. The family gave permission. Where was the outcry when Disney did this? There was a lot of outcry, actually, when Disney did those things. 10 minutes of this is more fun to watch than the entire Zack Snyder DCU. Oh, my God. Wait, is this from the actual film? I hope it ain't from the actual film. So people aren't, yeah. Yeah, dude, give us a freaking warning. The movie isn't out yet. Red flag, man. Yeah, true. I understand. I mean, I gave you guys a warning. But yeah, a lot of people aren't happy about it. That's not real, is it? Please tell me it isn't. So the quality's not great. People are like, what the hell have you done? So yeah, not great. I hate spoilery screen grabs, but this is one time I'm thankful for knowing it ahead of time. I hate bringing back dead celebrities needlessly like this. Some people are fine, FYI, about this. I get that. Some people are fine. But a lot of people are not happy. Massively not happy. So I wonder whether that'll, whether the rounds will happen now. Obviously, it's released today. Whether there'll be a bunch of social media responses. So we'll have to wait and see. And they say this despite a very good response out of CinemaCon and DC co-boss James Gunn exclaiming that the pick is probably one of the greatest superhero movies ever made, along with reports on how the movie is ready to reset the DC verse. The Flash has been sitting around 70 to 75 million on tracking for quite some time, which is not good. That's not what they want. That's pretty much a bomb. That's a glass half full type of start stateside, especially in a marketplace that has been hot and actually plans to remain hot. One box office source thinks that the total weekend gross for all movies could get to $200 million. How's that? There are two other wide releases aimed at non-fanboys. Elemental. I don't think anyone's going to watch Elemental. And then there's a Lionsgate Tim Story-directed horror comedy, The Blackening, which is looking at a $6 to $8 million. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to do particularly well. You've got Rise of the Beast still out and Spider-Verse as well. Despite what many sources bill as a great date for The Flash and a great marketing campaign, which spots selling Batman and The Flash as opposed to Miller, the DC superheroes projections haven't budged. The immediate go-to reason for the stalled forecast on Flash is Warner's sidelining of Miller during the media tour. They think that pulling Ezra Miller away from the media tour is what's limiting the projections. No one knows who Ezra Miller is anyway. He would not have boosted sales, I can tell you that much now. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, he literally just walked up. He didn't really do much. He kind of walked up and, yeah, buggered off. So, there you have it. I mean, it's not a strong opening. That's not great for a movie that costs so much money. But we'll see. Maybe it'll earn more money. But those cameos are a bit crap. They're not great. But worldwide, not crossing $200 million would be a problem for this film, I think. Having the rumours that it costs so much money, upwards of $300 million, $350 or so. So that's a real problem, and they've spent a lot of money on the marketing campaign. That's already been revealed by other executives at Warner Brothers. So, it remains to be seen, and I think it'll be interesting just to watch this pan out. But let me know what you guys think down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Give the video a like and a share. What do you think of those cameos? Should you leave, Christopher Reeves alone or not? Let me know. Take care.